Welcome to my channel, Moments with Chumba, where we turn ordinary moments into extraordinary lessons. Today I'm talking about embracing the new and letting go of the past. If I tell you that embracing the new is not as exciting as you think it is, you're going to be like, what do you mean? Well, I'm going to tell you about a moment or a couple of moments that I had to go through that made me realize that we desire the new so much. But if we knew what it came with, I don't know if we would desire it because, man, it's a trip. So, on this journey to discovering the new, I had to go through a couple of things. I got a word from the Lord that, I am doing a new thing and the old is passing away. I clutched onto it with both my hands and I was so excited that, you know what, fresh start, new year, new me, everything new, brand new. I'm unrecognizable. That's gonna be me because everything will be new. What I did not know was that in order for me to embrace the new, I had to let go of the old completely to fully embrace the new completely. That journey was not easy and I'm still navigating through it now. Um, so let's go through the certain instances or certain moments that I had to go through. The first thing that I went through was the fact that I had to let go of material things, right? The material things that I've had forever. So if you know me, you would know that I'm very like, I love when you give me something, I will keep it. I treasure it. It means so much to me. It's a great attribute to have, but I think over time you'll find yourself carrying so many things when these relationships have ended, these moments have passed, and now you hang on to all this material that holds on to so much emotional baggage. That was me. I have moved a couple of times, and every time I've moved with these things. And it only occurred to me at that time when I was cleaning, I'm like, oh my God, I filled up this bag with so much, so much. What more? What is my heart filled with? What is my mind filled with? If my bag looks like this while I'm throwing away things, what more my mind and my heart? And that's where I realized I'm like, oh my God, I need to dig deep into this and start letting go. So, anyway, before I could embrace the new, I had to throw out the old letters, the old poems, the old clothes, the old everything. It was not easy. It was sad. I cried a lot. I was I was very sad, because it meant that I had to accept that these things had come to an end. And while I was excited to get the new, it was very sad to realize that these times were no more and I have to move on from them, you know? So, anyway, the journey continued, and I said, okay, God, if my bag was full of so much baggage and garbage that no longer serves me anymore, it was great in the season that it was, but in this season, it no longer serves me. What more do I have in my heart and in my mind? And I asked God, I said, God, purify me, take away the hard heart that I have, and give me a soft heart so that I may be new, renew the right spirit within me. When I prayed that prayer, God led me to start reading the word. I'm sorry for that. It's okay. So God told me to start reading the word, reading the Bible, and fasting and all of that. And so I carried on this journey searching for God. I started reading the word more, I started fasting, I started praying more, and God revealed to me the things that I had been holding on to. Remember, I said, Father, purify me, let me let go of the things that are garbage and baggage in my life. And some of the things that I found were garbage and baggage in my life was unforgiveness, bitterness, grudges, um, you know, all of those things that we don't know that are holding us back. And God showed me to say, you need to text these people or call these people and ask for forgiveness. And I had to do so. And that made me humble because I didn't know that I was carrying so much pride. And I used to think I was very forgiving, very loving. And because I'm so bubbly and so like, oh, whatever, I thought that I wasn't carrying any grudges or any bitterness within me. But I realized that God was showing me that I had been carrying resentment, unforgiveness, bitterness, and rehearsing moments. As people, we have these rehearsing spirits. You want to go back in time. She did this, he did this, I went through this. And God was showing me to say, if you're going to embrace the new, you're going to have to let go of these um of this baggage of bitterness, unforgiveness, rehearsing bad moments in your life, and realize that that is passed away and it can no longer affect who you are becoming and who you are today. So that is something that I also had to let go of. The next thing that I had to let go of was this was very exciting to me. The next thing that I had to let go of was my garments. I had to let go of old garments, but the way it came was that I had a dream about the significance of garments. And I was like, oh my goodness, I woke up in the morning, guys, took a bag and just chucked everything in it. I literally only remained with what I was wearing and two items, I think. And I started my journey of making new clothes and just starting my journey all over again. And one would say, why was this so exciting? Because I realized that clothes hold such a significant meaning in our lives. They represent our pain, they represent our memories, they represent what we want people to perceive us as, they represent status, they represent so many things. But for me, the clothes that I had were great in the season that I had them in, but some of them represented times where I didn't have clothes and gave me clothes. Times some of them represented shame in moments where I just, yeah, I was not proud of myself and I was wearing certain clothes. Some of them were great, they reminded me of pleasant memories, but the memories no longer served who I was becoming and who I was. And man, if you know me, you know I love bright colors, but all I had in my wardrobe was black clothes at some point. Like I said, they served me well at the time that they did, but they didn't represent my style. They didn't represent they didn't represent my style. They don't you have clothes in your cupboard that don't represent your style, that don't represent your um who you're becoming, who you want to be. You've just acquired these things because people gave them to you, or you bought them, or whatever. I had to let go of that. That was exciting because I knew, I was like, now I can curate a cupboard that represents who I am today. And I challenge you guys to just go through your cupboards and look at your clothes. You will be so amazed at how many things no longer serve you and no longer represent who you are. So that was a very exciting moment for me. And, I looked at all the instances in the Bible where when God was about to do a new thing, He literally gave you new garments. So I know, like, what, this is a moment. And it was very exciting to me because, like I said, I was desiring the new. So those are the things that happened to me as I was embracing the new and letting go of the old. So when you look at your life today and you want to become the best version of yourself, what are some of the things that you're willing to let go of that are no longer serving you? That you've carried out through every chapter of your life, but they don't belong to your new chapter. What are those things? Can you identify them? Do you know them? Are you willing to let go of them? And if you are, then I just suggest that you pray a prayer to God and let Him show you what those things are. You will be amazed at who you become, at what cleaning your cupboards, your wardrobes, or your life does to you. It literally washes you clean and you're a brand new person. And the beautiful part about working with God is that it starts from the inside and goes to the outside. Sometimes people may not know that God is working in you, and that's okay. Eventually, it will come to show on the outside. So, if you're like me, or if you are like me, still wanting to embrace the new, identify the old, let go of it, and make room for the new to come into your life. So, if you have anyone who would love this video and you'd want to share it with someone, please do. Thank you, and